Welcome back to, I think, the second game of the winners bracket here with a top green tag versus DrinkMilk. We were just waiting for this to get this game underway, and Sol gave me this nugget of information where apparently he thinks that all French people are related. Sol, how do you plead?
As a disclaimer, I never say that, but I get where you're coming from. Excited for this second game. I hope that Sunk Bob can land his hands on Devourer or Prisoner again. And yeah.
Well, Sunk Bob was playing the Engineer.
Yes.
Last game. While Beans, of course, was not playing because Dossa did fill in for Beans here. And there was...
Nede was the Prisoner.
So yeah, Nede was Prisoner. Yeah. But there was like a lack of, I think, team coordination in the Legions or the Hellborn side last game a little bit. So maybe I know that like what you got is really good with communication and has a very high level of experience in competitive. So maybe that like hurts them a little bit there. But I hope they manage to find their flow again here in this second game. For the bans, we have Mage Bane, Devour, and Monkey King banned by the Hellborn side, and Draconis, Puppet Master, and Flux banned by the Legion side. Engineer pick into Drunken Master, Pearl. I think I know this draft.
I think it started that way last game as well, right? I think both heroes synergize with each other. What do you think is going to be the follow-up to Engineer? Do you think they're going to go into Magmas again? So
the Drunken Master was really good last game, partially because I think the Drunken Master just doesn't really care about either Magmas or Engineer. Right, where there are a lot of heroes that if you get stunned, you have a good chance of just getting bursted down, right?
True.
Like the Gladiator, Puppet Master.
Lodestone was missed a couple of initiations last fight, so maybe that was a factor that didn't
even
help
with
them
no armor, you still have evasion, right?
True, but like I find it interesting that now they Legion took the Gladiator from themselves and follow up with and picked before Balfagor, which is a Doze hero. He excels with it.
True. Balfagor, very powerful hero still. I think Balfagor may have been banned. Basically like every time almost.
It's a very powerful hero, right?
Yeah. Especially against hero like Pearl that want to sit in the back line. Because the Balfagor ultimate with the Staff of the Master increases the radius to 800. And silence.
Even with a nerf, it's still very effective, right?
Yeah, it used to be like 1000.
The whole screen, basically. But I find the bans very interesting, right? Because they are mostly heroes that you want to farm with.
Yeah, so I think the Legion side in this case does poorly when they have to when they cannot play greedy. So fall without a cleaver like last game. Right? Because they
I think he might have overreacted and thinking that he needed to be more defensive. But I agree with you. It felt last game that he was not scaling as fast as he should. And by the way, Prisoner was banned, so we are not going to see any heroes that can hook.
Actually, banned by Fall. So
very interesting. Because so since they have two picks now, the Hellborn, maybe they were afraid that they would pick Prisoner again. Because it was quite effective last game, right?
Mm-hmm. One thing that I'm seeing here is a hero that was recently buffed, and it has been basically picked or banned, I think, every single game. And that's the Pharaoh. I also think that Pharaoh is actually really good against Drunken Master. Because you can't really spin around the Pharaoh, because his Q is just going to cancel it. And you're still taking, like, you cannot get out of the mummy walls.
That's true. And if you can lane against DM, you might have more chances to have a good laning phase.
Yeah, and even if, like, the... Oh,
And him I call
that is a dirty pick.
That's a nasty one, yeah, there you go.
So also Vulka is just a really good Pharaoh player. So I'm fairly confident they're going to pick it up here as like the third solo hero, and then pick a range carry right on top of that. Question is, like, what other good range carries are even left?
Because with Scrap, that can give the signal that they want to push, right?
No.
But even if they don't want, it's too annoying, and you need someone to deal with the side lanes while they're pushing another one. But we got Ravnar.
Okay, now that's something I didn't expect.
I think
it's also something that's not good.
I think it goes through Hammerstorm armor, right?
Yeah. But does Hammerstorm care? So if Hammerstorm doesn't get like locked down, if he gets shrunk enough, basically, the Hammerstorm is just going to smack this Ravnar out of the world, because Ravnar doesn't have a lot of armor. And meanwhile, Ravnar cannot deal with Drunken Master. Drunken Master is just going to get like a barrier and sit on his ass. And it will still miss 45% of the time. And just like, it's difficult.
I think what they are looking for is maybe like burst potential. And in that department, Ravnar is good. Let's see how they're going to decide to...
Oh.
It might be a tri-lane, that's why they
picked it for the tri-lane, you're absolutely right.
And I think that in a tri-lane scenario, Legion is definitely stronger.
I mean, Hammerstorm is not a weak tri-lane. But yeah, I think it's the Nymphora heal. The Nymphora heal does it for me. It's still such a powerful hero.
And they decide to start with the stun.
Yeah, it's the stun is aggressive. Because you have 2 other stuns that you need to set up. So I get it. Go for it.
So they will probably rotate this crab top when they see that it's a tri-lane, right? And how do you think that Balthazar is going to do against Drunken Master?
I think Balthazar wins that.
Yeah, I think with the heal, the minions, and...
just... Like Sure, the Drunken Master does a lot of damage, right? With the auto attacks. But if you combine... If the minions scale with auto attack damage... Sorry, with levels a lot. And I know that Dossett just goes for Energizer first item. And he's just going to basically get wrecked by that.
Yeah, when you have like your level 3 or 4 in Balthazar's ear and you press your Energizer, it's just like a high amount of damage very quickly, and you get slowed and you cannot go away. It's
50 auto attack damage. That's like times 5, and the creeps stack on top of each other. And like you don't have to commit anything.
And the pushing potential as well, it's incredible, right? It's a hero that it's really well rounded because you can solo with it, and once you get level 6, you can start making plays and push. I think it's a very strong.
You know what the best counter is to that?
Shrunken?
No. Against like Balthazar laning phase.
I'm pretty sure that you're gonna tell me.
You pick Lodestone and you max E.
Yeah. These solutions out of the blocks didn't occur to me, but I suppose when you're...
The creeps have 48 damage, and if you have level 5 E and Lodestone, you negate 45 damage per hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's very viable. And then you go Helm as well, right? That's how you do.
That's only time to die. That's allowed to do that. Either way, no, but sorry. You said like about a push lineup. I don't ever see Scrap as a push hero, as a push lineup hero. Because the funny thing is, Scrap works best when you are like a gank lineup, because then the a lot of heroes, they cannot gank really effectively and push at the same time, like a Fate, right? Fate really excels at ganking, not at pushing lines.
Yeah.
Something like Deadwood. So this Scrap automatically pushes lanes, so you can, do the or get the your heroes to easily gank, basically. Sorry, I'm trying to look what's going on in the bottom lane, the top lane. The top lane, I don't think Engineer was showing, but they had a good ward there from Max placed.
Yeah,
so they
now
probably
they saw
knew.
it. Yeah, now they saw it, yeah. Probably it's because like they didn't show bot. They saw that one was linked to Buffagor. So they said, something is up.
So Hammerstorm is going to suffer here, for sure.
Yeah, and I think like mid, it's gonna be quite.
Oh wow! Okay, so the creeps actually almost went behind the sorry, at the top lane. They actually almost went behind like the wave, but actually Kevin managed to catch the wave there at the end. But very good lane control here from the Legion side. Legion side keeping the lane all the way to almost their tower here. And look at this ward in the lane here. And actually they might catch the Engineer here. But they probably want to go for the Pearl. Then Nymphora is in the tower here. That's a big stun by the Hammerstorm. Pearl might be able to live. Pearl's going to live. There's no apple on the Pearl, which is quite greedy, honestly. Nymphora might be in a little bit of trouble here if the Hammerstorm decides to chase this down. Because there's no mana on the Nymphora, no mana on the Ravnor. And that's actually a really good result.
For Hellborn, yeah.
For Hellborn, yeah.
Because they're all low in mana, some are low in health, so they cannot present any aggression.
Yep.
So
low mana as well.
Yeah, so their tri-lane might not be working as intended.
I mean, that was just a really good stun by... Actually, I thought it was going to be Kevin playing the Hammerstorm, but it's Sigma playing Hammerstorm here. A really good stun by Sigma. He was really patient and actually got 3 people in his stun. That was the only reason that the Pearl lived there.
Yeah, I think Max, the Pearl ward also made a lot of work around, right?
True.
It's getting countered now, but it allowed them to position themselves accordingly.
Yeah. But meanwhile, the Belphegor is actually getting a lot more XP. Oh, sorry, the top lane, Nymphora is actually going to take a lot of damage, but is going to survive. Hammerstorm, in the meantime, is not going to be able to get turned here.
Nymphora survived with 7 or 6 HP.
Yeah, but like importantly, I think Nymphora just came back into the lane. Right? You don't want Nymphora to be the one that's initiated. You want Nymphora to... Oh, and actually Ravnor might be in some trouble here. Ravnor does have the apple, but that is going to be a dead Ravnor. And oh my god, this dual lane of Max plus Hammerstorm is actually wrecking them. Apologies there. But the Nymphora having to go back to base so often is like such a detriment to them in this case here.
Yeah, and it's crazy to think that they were against like 3 heroes and still managed to survive and to pull off the first blood.
Yeah, but I think it's because like they have to keep going back and stuff. And actually they're going into the top lane right now. Hammerstorm is going to take a lot of damage. He dodges the keg from Engineer. Engineer not having mana for his W yet. I'm like, what should you do here as the Legion team? Because you should really be winning this lane. Also, interestingly enough, Ravnor not choosing to level his E at all. I feel like level 1E is actually really nice to sustain.
True. And what about bot? We haven't focused too much, and I think that Buffagor is doing well, right? He's having a lot of EXP. He's level 5 already.
Yep. And like the strength of Balvagor in general is, say, Drunken Master TPs anywhere to do whatever. Your tower bottom lane is going to be gone. Oh, an engineer is trying to set up here on the Defiler together with the Gladiator here. This might be actually a dead engineer. Engineer is going to survive because of the apple. Oh, that is actually so close. On the other hand, they really didn't lose anything. Because even like mana-wise, didn't even cancel the Region Rune. And there's a level 6 on Defiler right now. Defiler is going to be able to start putting out some pressure. Meanwhile, Hammerstorm cleared some camps in the jungle. Which honestly, I really like that choice because the Pearl went middle. There's no reason for you to stay in the top lane, get initiated, and potentially die.
No, especially when the wave is close to the enemy.
Oh, in the bottom lane, Defiler popping his ultimate. Aston uses his W on himself and secures the rune. That is quite unfortunate for the Defiler. Defiler might not be able to do much with his ultimate because of that. Although it's also important in the mid lane. Engineer here uses the Invis actually. Gladiator does have his W and has his ultimate up.
Oh, maybe they want to wait for Defiler ult. Yeah, like now.
Oh, he popped a ward there. I think they saw that.
No, I think they still don't have a rev ward, right? So
True.
They don't know that engineer is in this. Might be an opportunity for top lane.
Yeah, I think like Defiler noticed that engineer was missing though, and that like the Invis was used. So
yeah, they're playing very defensive top, the Hellborn team.
Yeah, but even middle, like Defiler going back with full HP and like half mana.
Oh, did you see what Hammer did? He went through to the trees and finished his steam boots. So he's even tankier now.
Yeah, is it really going to... wait, is he ahead of Ravnor here? He might be a little bit ahead of Ravnor.
No, it's 41. No, he's not. Ravnor denied 10 creeps and got 41 CKs.
Like the Hammerstorm is steam boots.
In that way. Yeah, he is. You're right.
I don't know if like Ravnor has another... If Ravnor has another like thing in his inventory, maybe you could argue that Ravnor's head. Because he went a lot of build-up.
But what I find remarkable is that Hammerstorm and Pearl have been pressured that much and they are still doing amazing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They should be doing way worse in this lane than they currently are. And I think that absolutely well played by them.
If they go mid and they push, I don't think that the Legion can respond to it. But
they can. Because Gladiator can just set up so easily, right? So you can like TP with like Nymphora and Ravnor easily. Because you can like delay the Defiler for like so long with your W plus ultimates was Q.
Yeah, but then you can only, if you rotate people to mid, then they can just go and push elsewhere. But Defiler is tipping top.
Yeah, that is indeed true. He actually pops a smoke and his ultimate. I think they saw that. They have a ward in the mid lane placed by Aston there. So they're not going to be able to do too much here. Some good stunts, defensive stunts by both Nymphora and Engineer.
But meanwhile, Balvagor died bot.
In the bottom lane, indeed, Balvagor dying. Balvagor not finishing his Energizer just yet. He decided to go for some other items first. Oh, and in the top lane, actually, they're going in on the Ravnor here. On the Hammerstorm here. Hammerstorm is taking a lot of damage, but Engineer was not quite ready there. The supporting cast not having boots is kind of hurting them.
Yeah, the rotations are a bit slow, and then they didn't manage. Yeah. I think that's the price that you pay when you run a tri lane and you don't manage to make much happen, right?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, They don't have like the easiest setups done, I will say. Oh, Nymphora running into the pearl there. They know the pearls there. They are you watching this? They play so awkward. Okay, so at a Hammerstorm smoking bottom, getting a kill on the Belphegor.
I think this is genius, right? Because he can still farm their jungle.
Absolutely.
Without suffering from the pressure top.
Yep. And if you force a rotation, you're very happy here. Well, if you try to go and farm your jungle, you can make like the Nymphora and Engineer can potentially rotate over. You see like Engineers sitting in the mid lane here.
Yeah, but he cannot do much, right?
Yeah, but look at this ward for Max.
Ah, yeah, they can see him.
Like, just really well played. Oh, and they should know the tower attacked him there in the trees. He should have known that it was like, it wasn't there, but it was like on the top of the hill.
Yeah.
Hammerstorm in the mid lane. Oh, they are trying to go on the Engineer. Engineer is going to get silenced first. That's a stun on the Gladiator. Gladiator, don't go for the Gladiator with haste, please. Go for someone else. And Vulka just manages to die there. He did manage to pick up his boots. But currently, like, you have the Nymphora sit behind the Ravenor with, like, that's 0-1 and not even farming that fast. And the bottom lane, actually, they're going in on the Belphegor once again. There's an Nymphora port plus an Ravenor here as well. Drunken Master is going to take a lot of damage. He is going to get stunned here by the Gladiator combo. Gladiator misses on the Drunken Master. And Scrap is going to TP out here, and that's a full Shaman's Headdress.
I think it's remarkable, this game. I think this game is a good showcase to the power of vision and wards, right? Because all the rotations that HoN have done are based on the vision that they had, and hopefully they had like the right wards at the right place.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so I think a big reason for like the issues that the Legion side is having here is because the first couple of engagements just went really poorly. And at that point, you can't really play 2v2 anymore. Because the moment they were 2v2, like the Pearl and the Hammerstorm went in and started dealing a lot of damage. And like, the Ravenor is not as tanky as the Hammerstorm is. It's always something that surprises me whenever I play Ravenor. You don't feel tanky. You play Hammerstorm, you feel tanky and beefy.
Well, because the W gives you passive armor, right?
It's a part of it. It's definitely part of it, but like in general, I don't know like what the starting strength is of both. Actually, oh, and the Hammerstorm. Sorry, they're going in the top lane. Actually, Belphegor chasing the Hammerstorm. He's not going to be able to get much done there. He's missing that Energizer really badly. But this is what I was actually talking about before with Drunken Master against the Ravenor here. Like, if you see this Ravenor running at you as a Drunken Master with Shaman's Headdress, he can't even tickle you.
Hold your thought, they TP top with
Oh, they're actually going top lane. They're initiating on the Hammerstorm. Hammerstorm, they actually missed the combo from Gladiator, but it doesn't really matter. He's still going to fall. That is the Nymphora presence coming through. I mean, like, the Defiler together with the Scrap actually do get the middle tower, though, so that's really good. It's also a little bit of space for... And actually, Aston is rotating over here. But the Ravenor just can't deal with the Drunken Master. Because you want to get like a Shaman's Headdress already on a Drunken Master. The
and
thing
then
that you,
yeah, please go.
The thing that you usually don't have as a Drunken Master is armor. Funny enough. Just usually you don't need armor because you've got 45% evasion. So when I'm like one hero that's actually surprisingly good against Drunken Master. Oh, sorry, in the bottom lane, they're actually mass TPing there. And 4 and Belphegor. Actually, it looked a lot scarier than it was. Sorry, one hero that's like really good against Drunken Master is Gunblade.
Oh, because of the minus armor and strain, right? He's out.
So yes, you ultimate him, and he gets a lot of minus armor. And also, if you are in melee range as Gunblades, you deal true damage. Oh, sorry, you have true strike.
True strike. Yeah.
So the Drunken Master usually, look at this armor at this point. 5 armor only.
But it's a hero that it's hard to execute in competitive
Oh,
play,
and
right?
sorry, top lane Ravenor is taking so much damage from that Hammerstorm. Newerth TPing behind. That is an engineer there with the ultimate. And he is going to be able to actually secure the kill there on the Hammerstorm. There are 5 people chasing the Pearl right now. And I think the Helper on side does kind of need to come up with a plan to this. Because I don't know how that started. But the Drunken Master needs to start creating some space for his team.
What I find interesting in those interactions is that even though their carrier getting killed, they're still getting a lot of space on the map, right? In a way that the previous death, Defiler could push mid, and they also
Bottom,
managed to push,
yeah.
Bottom. So there is a lot of space now that was created. I think now it's just a matter of how much they want to prioritize Harmer's.
Drunken Master going in under N4 there. He's not going to get the second iteration of the W upwards. Wait, N4 might still be in a little bit of trouble. No, Gladiator's going there. Yeah, N4 is in trouble. N4 is in the well, actually. Or the afterlife. Or wherever fairies go after they die. The next place. Either way.
We talked about Balfagor, Energizer. He finally have it. Let's see if he managed to do what we discussed.
Yeah, like you should probably just be pushing bottom lane or something. Although 4X is also just pushing top lane. And look at these rotations. They do have a really good ward there in the jungle, so they see this. 4X with 36 HP. That just hurts, right? Okay, actually, sorry, Ravenor going for a light brand, and this is what I was talking about earlier, right? Yes, Hammerstorm doesn't have any, like, doesn't, so Gaston taking a lot of damage in the mid lane. So the Ravenor kind of gets, sorry, in the mid lane they're going on the Hammerstorm here. Oh no, the misses a stun. It's both stuns actually. Hammerstorm is going to fall, but Hammerstorm is just creating space for his team because his team is getting 2 towers here.
Yeah, out of 1 Defiler ultimate, and I don't think that's bad at all. Because
and a 4X.
Yeah, Hammer can
36 HP 4X.
Hammer can recover quite quickly, so I think that's that's the question now. Are they gonna prioritize his farm, or what are they gonna do? Because there are the only outer tower that is still standing is a T2 in mid or Legion, right?
Yeah, so Scrap actually manages triple stack Ancients there, which is really big. Oh, actually, Scrap is going to run into the Nymphora here. Nymphora might be in a little bit of trouble. He might try to TP out, but like Scrap has the tablet, so the tablet might be enough to catch him off there. Hammerstorm TP'd, and you know there's no like Nymphora port that you have to be afraid of, because Nymphora is the one that's like going there to ward in the first place. Genko trying to catch the Gladiator. Gladiator is building that mock. But the Hammerstorm, sure, he doesn't have any magic armor. He actually he bought 5 magic armor. So he has like, yes, the Ravenor will hurt. But Ravenor in return doesn't have any normal armor.
It's interesting because before his light brand, he had bought PK, but then he changed his mind. And I think he really needs to scale as well, but how do you think that this interaction between Gladiator Mock and Dawnbringer Ravenor,
so
the map control is quite limited. Yeah, they need damage, but their map control is quite limited, right? They won't have as much farm as the Hellborn now.
Yeah. I think you need to go... Actually, I will say, actually, Ravenor is higher GPM than I expected. Which, I guess they took a lot of stacks in jungle. They're going to try and do Conquer here.
Yeah, but if you see on the Hellborn side, they have 4 heroes above 300 GPM.
Yeah, just Tricor, right?
Yeah, and on the Legion side, only 2, right? Balfagor is just short of 6 GPM to be above this threshold, but that might not be enough.
I think it's also just part, like this scrap just scaling really well. Right? Scrap has the same GPM as both the other supports combined.
And this lovely effect that he naturally draws heroes to the lane that he summons Vorax, right?
Yeah. Like normally you would have to counter push top, right? But now there is Vorax. With his 10 magic armor. Like, he just doesn't care about this Ravenor. Look at this. He's completely ignoring him. Honestly, that's kind of PM.
Oh, but he...
Okay, he didn't deny himself.
Oh, maybe on Legion jungle?
Actually, so in their jungle, they're kind of close to each other. Belfagor running into the Drunken Master. Drunken Master going for the same builds basically here. And I will say, this game, I really like the heart here.
Yeah, I think that the more attention that he draws from the Legion heroes, the more damage Defiler and Hammer are gonna do, right? So, and they also have Pearl with the ult and the heal that is gonna help to sustain.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be very hard for Legion to fight against Hellborn once he has it.
Oh, there's a W on the Drunken Master. Drunken Master getting jumped, but that's a really good tablet by Scrap actually, saving him from the NG keg. But Defiler. Oh, Defiler's Invis actually. Sorry. But yeah, what I was gonna say, Defiler. So the Drunken Master can literally just run in. Oh, he is jumping the Pearl. Pearl is taking a lot of damage here. That is a Storm Spirit by the Defiler. And that is actually a little bit of miscoordination. Good Engineer ultimate to lock them down here. They're running into both the Drunken Master and the Scrap though. That's a 3-man ultimate from Gladiator. Balfagor ultimate top. Balfagor is going to fall basically instantly here. But there is Drunken Master. He still wants more. And he is going to get another kill. And the Defiler ultimate together with everything else that they had is just so much damage.
You see, it's remarkable how this draft works, is that they have so much damage in a lot of heroes that
the 4 might be in trouble. That's a Storm Spirit on him first, and then a Dead Fairy. Okay, go for it.
I think that's the beauty of this draft, right? Is that they have so much damage in so many heroes that you ignore one, you have 1 or 2 other ones that do a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, that's just the idea of a Tricor in general, I think, right?
And they distributed the farm quite well. That's also a thing that is nice.
It's difficult to play a Tricor. Or like you need to play it with like people that know what to do. Because what you need to do like as a Tricor is if you are doing well, you need to play aggressive. While if you're playing something like a Moon Queen and you're 500 GPM, 550 GPM, you need to farm like your items, your Shrunken, your Geobane and whatnot. And then you go and push and win the game.
It's quite funny how it has been like a long time since this tournament started that a tri-lane wasn't as successful as they usually are, right?
I mean, yeah, because like there were like a very limited amount of actually viable carries. Mostly like ranged carries were just really powerful. Actually 5-man smoke into the enemy jungle. But like Ravenor also just doesn't really do much against the enemy heroes. And the geniusness of this build from Drunken Master is he can literally just run for the supports, the Engineer and the Nymphora, and just kill them. Defiler kill the... Yeah, okay, so Defiler's not actually attacking the Engineer ultimate, which is triggering me. Oh, Drunken Master smells blood here. He's going for the Engineer. Engineer might end up falling here. No, he's going to be fine-ish, maybe? Yeah, he's going to be fine.
I don't think they want to fight against the father a lot.
No, they don't. It's amazing how he actually manages to survive that though. Like the Revenor, like on paper, Revenor is such an insane hero. I will say though, he's using both a Toxic Claw and a Dawnbringer. I don't even think the Toxic Claw like actually works if you have Dawnbringer.
It's a freeze modifier. It doesn't stack.
Yeah, right. It does. I don't think it says it actually. No, it says poison.
Yeah, it's just in the background. It's called freeze.
Yeah. So it's basically works like any kind of
Frostwolf.
Frostburn. Oh, and it going in. He tried to go in on the Drunken Master, but just like things like nah. You know what? And look at this. Look at this. Drunken Master is still full HP, and the Revenor is like 1 HP. He's going to fall here. He's going to have to juke so much. Drunken Master is actually chasing him. Drunken Master still wants more, and he chases, and the Revenor is going down. Meanwhile, the two supports there are trying to survive the Drunken Master diving them into the actual base. He's not even... He's like one step away from basically hitting them inside their well.
Yeah, and he didn't even go mid HP, right? GG.
Okay, that was quick. Two very convincing like games, basically. I think Revenor Revenor's a hero that got buffed a lot last patch, and is definitely less dominant than I expected him to be. I think that is partially due to Dawnbringer just not being a good item right now. If Dawnbringer was like a better item, like you would lifesteal so much with your ultimate and like the Lightbrand effects.
Yeah, I think Dawnbringer, it's in a weird spot right now. It's